Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in? Or maybe you found yourself rereading the same sentence 3 times, only to realize you didn't absorb a word of it. These moments might seem small, even harmless. We often laugh them off and call them senior moments. But what if they're actually your brain's gentle way of asking for help? As we age, changes in the brain are normal. But sometimes, those changes happen more quietly and more quickly than we realize. The truth is, cognitive slowdown doesn't always show up with flashing warning signs. It can creep in slowly, showing up in subtle ways that are easy to miss. At Timeless Wisdom, we believe growing older doesn't have to mean losing mental clarity. In fact, there are simple, powerful ways to keep your brain sharp, active, and joyful well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. In this video, we'll walk through 5 silent signs your brain might be slowing down, and more importantly, what you can do about it. These are signs that often go unnoticed, but they hold the key to better memory, faster thinking, and a more independent life. If brain health matters to you or someone you love, you're in the right place. So, make yourself comfortable. Take a deep breath, and let's talk about how to protect the most powerful tool you have, your mind. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss a chance to take better care of your health. Sign number 1. You're reading, but not absorbing. Do you ever find yourself reading an article or a page in a book, and when you reach the bottom, you realize you have no idea what you just read? You might even go back and try again, only to get distracted halfway through. This isn't about eyesight or attention span. It's one of the first quiet clues that your brain's processing speed and short-term memory may be slowing down. This happens when your working memory, essentially the brain's notepad, starts to get overwhelmed more easily. It becomes harder to hold on to and manipulate bits of information as you read, which makes comprehension and recall feel more difficult than they used to be. But the good news is, you can train your brain to strengthen this skill. One simple technique is called the teach-back method. After reading something, pause and explain it out loud as if you're teaching it to someone else. This forces your brain to process, store, and retrieve information more actively. Another helpful tip: give your brain regular breaks. After 30 minutes of reading or focused attention, stand up, stretch, or look out the window for 5 to 10 minutes. These breaks help prevent cognitive fatigue and allow your memory to consolidate what you've just learned. Finally, support your brain nutritionally. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, such as salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds, have been shown to help preserve memory and support cognitive performance. If you've noticed yourself rereading more often than before, don't ignore it. But don't fear it either. Think of it as your brain's way of saying, I need a little more support, and with the right habits, you can absolutely give it just that. Sign number 2, slower reaction times. Have you noticed that you're a little slower to respond when someone asks you a question? Or maybe you pause longer before making decisions or reacting to something while driving. These moments are easy to dismiss as being tired or just not paying attention, but they can also be a silent sign that your brain's processing speed is slowing down. Reaction time is a reflection of how quickly your brain receives information, interprets it, and sends instructions to your body. As we age, those pathways can become less efficient, not because we're doing anything wrong, but because neurons fire more slowly and connections take longer to activate. One of the biggest contributors to this slowdown is a sedentary lifestyle. Lack of movement decreases blood flow to the brain, which can reduce oxygen and nutrients essential for fast mental function. The fix? Get moving. Even just 20 to 30 minutes of brisk walking a day can significantly improve blood flow and cognitive sharpness. Movement literally wakes up your brain. You can also try dual task exercises, like walking while solving simple math problems or counting backward from 100. These activities force your brain to juggle two tasks at once, which can help improve reaction time and flexibility. Don't forget hydration. Even mild dehydration can impair how quickly your brain responds. Make sure you're drinking enough water throughout the day, especially in warmer weather or if you're taking medications that affect fluid balance. If you're feeling a little slower lately, don't panic. Your brain isn't broken. It might just be undernourished or underused. The good news, you have the power to change that starting today. Sign number 3, struggling to follow conversations. Have you ever found yourself in a group conversation and suddenly realized you're lost? People are laughing, someone just changed the subject, and you're left wondering, wait, what did I miss? Many people assume this is just a hearing issue, but often it's something deeper. This could be a sign that your auditory processing is slowing down. In simple terms, your brain might be taking longer to translate sounds into meaningful language and connect the dots in fast-moving conversations. This is especially noticeable in noisy environments, like restaurants or family gatherings. It can feel frustrating and isolating, but the good news is your brain can be trained to get better at this. Start by doing short listening drills. Choose a podcast or audiobook, listen to 5 minutes, then pause and try to summarize out loud what you just heard. This helps improve your attention, recall, and ability to follow speech in real time. Another tip: try exposing your brain to new types of audio. Listen to music in a different language, or challenge yourself with unfamiliar genres. Novelty stimulates new brain connections and keeps your auditory pathways active, and don't underestimate the power of social games. Activities like bridge, charades, or even trivia games with friends keep you socially engaged while also sharpening your brain's ability to process speech, switch topics, and keep up with group dynamics. If you found it harder to follow conversations lately, you're not alone, and it's not a flaw. It's a sign your brain is asking for a little more challenge, a little more stimulation, and you can absolutely give it that in fun and fulfilling ways. So number 4, you're losing your mental map. Have you ever been driving in a familiar neighborhood only to suddenly feel unsure of where you are? Or maybe you've found yourself relying more on GPS, even for places you've been dozens of times. These moments might seem harmless, but they can be quiet signals that your brain's spatial awareness, your mental map, is starting to fade. This type of memory is controlled by a part of the brain called the hippocampus. It helps you navigate your environment, recall directions, and create mental landmarks. As we age, the hippocampus tends to shrink, but stress, lack of sleep, and routine can accelerate the decline. The good news is you can strengthen your internal GPS with just a few intentional habits. Try mentally visualizing your route before you leave the house. Picture each turn, each landmark. This mental exercise keeps your hippocampus active. Next, break the routine. Take a different walking path through your neighborhood or visit a new grocery store. When your brain is exposed to unfamiliar layouts, it has to work harder to build new mental maps, just like exercising a muscle. Also, engage in activities that involve spatial thinking. Jigsaw puzzles, drawing maps from memory, or even games like Tetris can boost your navigation skills in subtle ways. And when you're out, practice mindfulness. Look around, take note of street names, colors of buildings, and even the smell in the air. These sensory details help your brain root itself in place and time. If you feel like your sense of direction isn't what it used to be, that's okay. It's your brain's way of saying, I need a little more variety. Give it what it's asking for and watch how it responds. Sign number 5, you're not dreaming as much. You wake up in the morning and realize it's been weeks since you remembered a single dream. While that might not seem like a big deal, it can actually be a quiet signal that your brain isn't getting enough REM sleep, the stage where dreaming happens. REM sleep is not just about dreams. It's when your brain processes emotions, stores memories, and performs a kind of nightly cleanup that keeps your mind sharp and emotionally balanced. As we age, it's normal for REM sleep to decrease slightly. But stress, medications, and poor sleep hygiene can cause it to drop more than it should, without you even realizing it. One of the easiest ways to improve your REM sleep is to set a consistent bedtime and wake time, even on weekends. A stable sleep rhythm helps your body enter deeper stages of sleep more reliably. Avoid screens an hour before bed. The blue light from phones, tablets, and TVs can disrupt melatonin production, which your body needs to initiate REM cycles. Consider adding magnesium-rich foods to your evening meal: almonds, spinach, or even a small banana. Magnesium helps relax the nervous system and supports deeper, more restorative sleep. Finally, try keeping a dream journal. Simply placing a notebook by your bed and writing down anything you remember upon waking, even if it's just a word or an image, can help train your brain to recall dreams more often. The more you practice, the more vivid your dreams and your REM sleep can become. Not dreaming as much doesn't mean something's wrong. It just means your brain might be missing out on an important part of its nightly repair cycle. The good news? You can take steps tonight to help it get back on track. By now, you've seen how brain changes can show up in subtle ways: slower reading, delayed reactions, trouble following conversations, losing your sense of direction, or dreaming less. These signs don't mean your best days are behind you. In fact, they're quiet invitations to give your brain the attention and care it deserves. The human brain is astonishingly resilient. Even after 60, it can form new connections, grow stronger, and recover lost sharpness. But like any part of the body, it needs regular nourishment, movement, and challenge. Here's what you can start doing today. Feed your brain with healthy fats, colorful vegetables, and hydration. Move daily, even if it's just a walk around the block. Engage your mind with reading, puzzles, or learning something new. Sleep deeply, giving your brain the rest it needs to repair. Stay social, because connection keeps your brain young. Don't let these silent signs go unnoticed. The earlier you respond, the greater your power to protect and restore what matters most: your memory, your clarity, your independence. And here's your gentle nudge. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the Timeless Wisdom channel. Give it a thumbs up and share it with someone you care about. Your brain and theirs will thank you. Comment below. Which of these signs have you noticed in yourself or someone you care about? Let's support each other in staying sharp, strong, and wise.